All right, hold on. There we go. So back to this. Yeah, I mean, don't really know what to say. The previous part, we went through some of the Sogo logs up until the point where it pretty much seemed like she was on the verge and or about to lose it, similar to Lain and when she did, but she was able to seemingly, recover, right? And we drew again, besides similarities and parallels between their characters, and kind of again, I guess how technology is involved with Lane the Navi, her and the I don't even remember what it was called, like RMI or something, but again, how rather than again, once again, it's where she nearly breaks down, right? Or nearly as a breakdown, or what was the term I used? Or again, nearly loses it. She instead is able to control, maintain her composure, and then again link the problem to the RMI, and then back off of it, right? Compared to Lane, who instead indulged more in the Navi and and just again, uh, the digital virtual visual realm in general, right? So again, interesting thing to note there, and what I pointed out, right, is that's something where it's like again that now we seem to have kind of caught up, at least regarding the parallels there, and then the differences there, and again, something to where because we did kind of get on a bit of a I guess cold streak regarding Toko's character. It wasn't really interesting, but I do find that sequence very interesting that she was able to kind of pull it together and pull through and keep it together in the end, right? So along with that, that means something to where again, obviously she's like twice Lane's age, so it's expected, but again, it's just we'll see there, and we're gonna continue with the Lane logs in the movies. So and again, we're just gonna go at chronologically now that we've gotten to that point with the Coco log. So from here on out, it'll just be chronological, because there's only what level are we on? Three. There's only 13 for Site B. So anyway, right? Not nearly as much as Site A. So before we know it, we'll be through all of it. So in terms of that, so let's see what
お母さんと二人、今まではお父さんが庭の手入れをしてたから、お父さんがいなくなってだんだん雑草が伸びてきた。お母さんも何も言わない。
damn the homeowners association must be pissed.
順番に雨で遊んでいたブランコも雑草に囲まれて風に揺れてみた。まるで遊園らしく見た。お父さんに言わせろ。
Yeah, behind besides the whole homeowners show thing, again, kind of the practical realities of only having, a single parental figure, right? Along with just the nature of kind of how she probably should have ended up going with her father. Again, she missed him, but also, something where he's really kind of the one taking care of her and things. So, but again, it'll be kind of interesting to see where this ends up because I don't think her mother's like how she's in the show where she's just a deadbeat, but certainly not, as involved as her father was, right? So again, oh my god,
今までは
there we go. So we'll just yeah, we got lots of lane logs, something I wanted to point out, right? So
人だけが生き生きしている。ブランコは死んじゃったの？
blinking in the background, and again, referring to how she used to again use it, right? But now it's something where it's just been again, it's kind of obsolete, and can no longer be used, right? But again, kind of more as a representation of the past in a sense, right? What she was able to do versus now, right, to where she can't really do. So, anyway, it's the big thing to know and point out there. Wondering when we'll get the next movie.
お母さんがお酒を飲んで酔っ払って て私に花瓶を投げつけた。八つ当たりだ。悪いのはお父さんを捨てたお母さんだ。でも、それも私のせい？そんなに私が悪いんだったら、私なんて殺しちゃえばいいの。そうすれば離婚なんてしなくて済んだんでしょ？私はいないけどいい
Again,
んです。
just as I say, I don't think she's that much of a deadbeat, goes around, turns around, and proves me completely wrong. Yeah, that's bad. She should have, this basically just confirms she should have went with her father, right? But the big thing there being that, yeah, I mean, it's something to where, again, it just feeds into that kind of cycle or mentality that at the end of the day, she's kind of the cause of all the problems and that, thing again, and that she's the reason for all this. So, and that, if she simply, obviously, she used the term kill, but what she's more referring to is if she just simply didn't exist, then again, it wouldn't be an issue, right? So, oh my God, again?
嫌いになりそう。コッコさんはお酒を飲むって言ってたけど、お酒を飲むとこうなっちゃうの。私は嫌。
Well, again, we already know that she dislikes her anyway, right? But again, that is just kind of how it is, right? Because at the end of the day, it's a coping mechanism. Like even because obviously there's the scientific effects, it has on you, right? Just when your BAC gets too high, how that again ends up impairing you, but it's also more the psychologicals, like the coping mechanism, and kind of like there's a better yeah, it's like a coping mechanism, to your own like problems and again, problems and again, it's kind of like I guess a crutch there rather than again, actually functionally, solving whatever issues you have. So, right, taking both of those things into consideration. Yeah, we only have what 250, I think.
でも、庭でアリ地獄の巣を見つけた。
I don't know what that is.
乾いていると、砂の中から一瞬にして足を引っ張られるように、アリが食べられてしまった。アリが食べられる瞬間、何を考えているのかな。死んじゃうこと分かってるのかな。私はアリを見つけては捕まえて、アリ地獄の中に入っていった。でもアリの気持ちは分からなかった。やっぱり私おかしい。
Again, this is just regarding the feeling of mortality and the nature of itself and how fragile life is, right? So let's see. One let's see.
アリ地獄は誰？この家？警察？
Technology. And again, this is just the nature of basically again, who holds power over who, right? Ultimately, uh who is impacting who, right? And the nature of just influence over others, right? Because if Lain is clearly, well, at least not in her mind yet, or in her innocent self, she's not the one doing the influencing. But if she's the one being influenced too, then that raises the question of who is the one doing said influencing. Why is that the first term? Oh my god.
女の人が恥ずかしい格好で写真を写っていて、男の人が喜ぶのはわかるけど、こうして写っている女の人は、
OnlyFans.
自分で勝手に写真を人にアップしている人もいるし、自分の恥ずかしい写真を見せることで何が得られるんだ。
Well, I mean, the logical answer is that they get off to it too, right? But what she mentioned, everything she said was true, right? But it's also like this is about the age where that would be a thing. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know because that's not something I would ever do. Uh, I I say that like in the most sus way possible, but yeah, it's just something where like you just genuinely most people wouldn't understand except the people who do that. It's like you would need to like ask and have a conversation. Hey, dude, don't say that. Don't say that, dude. This is Okay, but that was the purpose of that, not to fucking photograph and document, right? Like let's put it that way, you know. So I don't say that. I don't like again, it's weird because the whole Japanese thing, right? But you know how they are about like kids, so it's like it's not like in the West where it's like, let's put it this way, you don't know what's gonna happen. We've already had two SFW scenes, right?
精神病理学って言い方になるのかな。いろんな学説や治療法があっても結局治らないんじゃないかな。試しに私のペースをアップして討論させたけど、絶対つまんない回答ばかり。ひょっとして東子さんもこのニュースグループに参加していたり、そうだ、東子さんの研究所にアクセスしよう。
Oh, that's because I've no doubt that she'd be able to. No doubt that she'd be able to, but also no doubt that if that ends up being the case, that would be the final nail in the coffin, right? But again, what she says is true, right? Because it's at the end of the day, it's the thing where it's an individual case by case basis. You're just kind of at the nature of it is you're doing what you can to help people, right? It's very much a people centered business there. So, and everyone's different. So, yes, we'll see. That's why I'm like, because she'll find out the truth about Toko there, right? Oh my god, dude, Toko's done for in that hole because we have no doubt that she'd be able to, right? I feel like that's very obvious. Um, so anyway, right, 62, 175. So again, just saving real quick. It's nice as we get some movies soon, but yeah, it's a lot of diary logs, but we also get a lot from these diary entries. So let's see what she finds. Damn, it's got a good firewall.
なんで研究室まで入れるのに、患者のデータで、東子さんのお手持ちのフランケのデータはあるのに、ファイル名だけしかなくてデータがない。
Well, that's interesting.
確実に更新されているのに、データが見えない。暗号化されているわけでもないし、私の情報が他のフランケに比較して重要なわけなんかないのに。私だけがいない。
Again, I was gonna say couple interesting things here to note. One, we know that she's the only patient Toko's seen, right? So if it were as it was supposed to be, she would crack it and then find all the information about herself. What's interesting is that she's seemingly finding information on everyone else but herself, which again also raises the second question, like again, and with especially however time she had, it could be some sort of like test in a sense. But again, it's also like one thing we do note is that Toko wasn't actually keeping accurate history on Lain to begin with. So kind of interesting there, but don't want to say it's immediately, far fetched, right? Uh technology. But again, I don't want to immediately say, it's a test, but there are some circumstances that could potentially, explain that, such as Toko not keeping logs and or Lain being her only actual, patient, right? So good, especially since she drinks and then beats you, right? Okay, that's a very straightforward, question. There we go. So again, just continuing on. Oh Jesus. We didn't see all of this. I was just off screen doing something else. Obviously. Oh, this we did see. This is where we left off. Interesting.
研究室にデータを送っているんだけど、送信している量が異常に大きい。画像データそれとも音声データそれから毎日更新されている文章があった。
Oh my god, she got her logs.
でも、確かにそのデータはない。データを転送している時間が、だいたいいつも深夜の、その瞬間にアクセスしてみよう。これだけ大
Oh
きな
my
範囲
god.
相当使ってアクセスして出ないだろうし。それにどこかに機械のことあんまり詳しくない。
Clearly not. Well, besides the RMI thing, but
人がいたんだけど、
dude,
でもなんだか気持ちいい。
it's hilarious to think about because only now was Toko gain an inclination that Lane was seen through her, but really she doesn't know, to this extent, right? That she's literally like hacking her, like again hacking her files and like pulling data from them. So,
そういうふうに自分の日を読むのが
oh my god. Now she knows about freaking Takeshi.
ただの女なんだ。やっぱり偉そうにしてでもこんなこと考えてる。くだらない。
That's actually hilarious, but it's true though. Freaking Takeshi, Yoshida, and then whatever the professor's name is. Dude, that would be the biggest fucking troll. Oh my god. It caught on. Jesus. So they just know there's a breach, right? But it could have been a breach for anything. They can't trace it specifically to Lain, at least seemingly. That is, but then again, what's the motive for the start of that research drive? Maybe that's what Lain found. Probably bad, She'd be like, how the fuck did you even find that? Again, no doubt about that, right? That's what we've been saying this whole time. I'm curious what this research is. So what I might do though is I'm freaking we'll do the lab into whatever diagnosis into her diary into that research thing. We want to kind of backload that, save it for the end. This is going to be it's the first one we've had for a hot minute, but again, it's going to be very interesting there. So let's see what this is about. Oh, and then this is the one, right? Jesus Christ, this is a long one. But again, we know that's what her paper's on. Oh my god, gaslight is because we know it's not true. She just found, oh my god, fucking queen of gaslighting. Jesus Christ. Huh. Oh my god, dude. Lain is fucking playing her like a fiddle. What's interesting though is again, Kyoko wrote about this in her logs for Toko. Jesus Christ. I wish I could fucking see what just happened. Dude.
でも、トウコさんだけが、そうよ。私はここに来てから論文を出してないわ。でももうすぐよ。もう大丈夫だもんね。自分の研究の負担が取れるから。どういうことレイン？どういう意味？それに私は研究対象外なんだよ。だからトウコさん、もう終わりにしてもいいよ。もう見えないよ。私は、ねえ、ねえ、レイン。私はあなたを妹だと思ってた。ただ話すだけでいいよって私が言ったのよ。あなたを迷惑に思ってないわ。それに、京子さん気にすることはないと思う。だって、自殺なんだから。なんでそんなこと知ってるの？新聞で読んだから。それと、ここのページがいる。うん。ただ、京子さんの研究って、前に話したと思うけど、カウンセリングと精神科医の立場を使って、新しい治療のシステムを研究することよ。でも、これじゃどっちも失格よね。どうしてるの？その方がなんだか精神的に不安定になっちゃう。だってあんなに、はい。お父さん、大丈夫？
Dude, holy shit. She's playing her like a damn fiddle. she Jesus, she's manipulating her so much. Oh my god. Freaking the way she pulls out the not only the research, but then also the suicide is just insane. That yeah, freaking I can see why Toko kind of responded the way she did.
管理事務局長、
Bruh, figure this out yourself. Oh my god.
報告書は誰に出せばよろしい？
That's crazy. Dude, I want to see what this lane diary entry is. That's crazy. Can Lane the queen of gaslighting.
はい。皆さんとずっと一緒にいたい。
Compared to her mother, right? Again, and really shows that again, he should have been the one to get her in the divorce. Yeah. This could be Lane talking to herself or just her other self straight up, right speaking, but again, just very interesting there, right? Very clearly some sort of identity, crisis. And again, I'm curious to see what this research thing is going to be or end up or turn out to, right? So, anyway, who's speaking? Oh my god. This is Toko and Kyoko, isn't it?
オッケー、おかです。じゃあ、家庭教師。
Oh my
で
god.
も、このことですね、
Yeah, this is Toko and Kyoko.
知ってる。あ、知って、もしかして私の教え方がいけなかったのか。でも、学校で何かあったのか知りたくて。
Again, asked about Lane.
まあ、いいんだけどさ。でね、京子ちゃんから見て、あの子、学校でちゃんとやってるかしらって、よくわかんないの。だって昔は仲良かったけど、中学に入ってからそんなに喋ってないし、俺って素行調査みたいなものなの？他の子が学校のことで何やってるかって、私にはわかんないよ。生活指導のやつにも聞いた方が早いよ。そんなに堅苦しく考えないで。全然そんなことないわ。ただ、ちょっとおとなしい子でしょ？悩みとかあんまり打ち明けないし、ちょっと学校でどんな感じなのか興味があるくらいだ。へえ。まあ別に話したからし私が困ってることもないし、何でも言う。
God damn, bro. They're fucking up with the subtitles.
他に回数ないと思うよ。あの子は誰ともあんまり仲良くしないみたいだし、そんなに暗い子ってイメージはないけど、昔に比べたらこの頃ちょっと暗いかも。
So again, I think the most interesting thing about this is the first time we're hearing Kyoko speaking, or just anyone else outside of Lane and or Toko. So the interesting thing about this is we're getting, as opposed to what Lane believes Kyoko thinks, right? We're getting what she actually thinks, speaking to Toko. And again, the big thing to note is that, Kyoko, like again, she doesn't like again, what would you call view Lane that badly, right? She just kind of views her as like a friend that she fell out with. And she was actually willing to kind of defend and stick up for her. Like she doesn't really know who like Toko is, right? Like thinking she's like, it's like a test or something. So again, it really just shows that, it's kind of all in Lane's head, right? Is a good way to put it because Kyoko doesn't hate her, right? Far from that, just kind of had, I guess, doesn't see Lane much anymore, really, from her point of view. And then again, even going as far to defend her against it's like strangers. So very, very, this is probably the most interesting thing we've gotten out of it. So, because that raises the question is what are the future ones of these going to look like, right? So, I guess we'll get one here. So, yeah, we'll see here. So, just let me save, right?
小学校5年と6年の時に一緒のクラスで、席が近かったから同じグループで、ほら、
Again, this is
男の
Kyoko
人だから、
speaking.
あんまり私以外の人がいなくなって、なんか私の妹みたいな感じだったんだ。あんまり一緒に遊んだりはしなかったけど、りょうかちゃんから見て、いつぐらいからレインが変わったって言ったわずか1年ぐらい前までは、何暗くなかった気もするけど、でもこの頃は話してもせいで、次の授業なんだってとか、挨拶とか、事務的な会話が多いから
Oh my
ね。
god, dude. What is up with these subtitles?
何か覚えてる最近か、あれなんか話したりとかするけど、なんだっけ思い出せそうあれなんだっけ
Interesting.
どこ買い物とか、男の子の話とか、違うわ。なんだっけあんまりそういう話じゃなかったかも。
Again, I think the big kind of takeaway of all this is that this is the first time, Togo is actually seemingly making progress or getting something, beneficial or valuable out of this for a while, finding or meeting Kyoko and against like hearing to what our people have to think and or say about Lane there, right? So that's the most interesting thing. So anyway.
教訓が演技代理してお父さん
Oh my god.
で発生できるようにした。結構話せるようにした。それは外にやる人をつけて大きリスしたら、ちょっと不思議な感じ。ボスみたいな声、ねえ、楽しいかい話しかけてくる。なんだか自分でもバカバカしいなと思うと嬉しい。今度の思考ルーティンをつけたらみよう。
Again, kind of the sad reality being that this is all because she can't see him, right? So again, take that into consideration there. So
目がお父さんを育てるなんて、なんだかおかしいよね。
oh my god. Yeah, it's just in worse and worse, right? So
お父さんに日本語辞書をつけた。ちょっと硬い感じがお父さんっぽい音声とテキストだけじゃ寂しいんで、ビデオからキャプチャーしてお父さんの画面に喋るように。やっぱりありものの素材が限界がある。思考ルーティンに進化できるようにプログラムしてあるから。
Oh my god, she's gonna create a freaking AI.
エッチの言葉を私よりも詳しい。お父さんのエッチ。
Dude, it's just getting sad at this point. But again, big thing is always, right? Don't underestimate Lane. It'll be interesting to see what these Toko logs kind of go over, right?
表認識が車から
Oh my god.
立ち寄ってみるそれでサイズが巨大になったのだ。なんで分散型にした
Hate to see it, right? And then this is research number 3. So let's do this, right? Oh, it's number 7. Interesting. So let's actually do. I'll still save, but let's do Toko's logs first, right? Since we kind of worked a bit ahead, but now we're back in line, right? God, Yoshida. And she doesn't know that Lane's reading these.
ついていたよ。吉田君と一緒にいてせ。吉田君は私になんでこんなに優しくしてくれるの他の研究員に噂話で同情してくれてるのかしら
Oh my god. Lane had a point. She really did.
私は愛情を求める。誰でもいいわけじゃない。私は、
Oh my god.
わけない。ただ寂しいだけだよね、一人じゃ寂しいだけだよね。
Yeah, just remember Lane's reading all of this. Wait, did we not? Oh my god, we didn't get the whole thing.
最近、嫌なよ。
Tuh.
私が吉田君と結婚した。たけしさんらしいよ。私は、そんな彼を、なぜか、そんなこと、絶対自分で思っていないはずなのに。そして、真相意識をね、そう思ってるのと。でも、私の子供がレイにそっくりなんて、いや、
Huh.
レイはいい子だと思うわ。でも、そんな子供がレイに
What's in the background?
なぜなぜなのトウコわからないけど、愛おしく思えない。生理的に拒否しちゃうの。私は、本当はどう思ってるの自分の気持ちに自信がないのかもしれない。ますます現実と夢の判断ができなくなりそうなほどになっている。私が原作を見てるの。ただ神経が敏感になっているだけ。大丈夫よ、トウコ。吉田君のくれた新しいマシン。
Oh my god.
彼には乗ってたの。ちょっとぐらい実験に協力してあげたくて。
Dude, she's gonna find herself, at the end of an experiment. Jesus. Again, the interesting thing being, seemingly the impact and kind of what happened after, she brought up Lane, right? And how, again, she couldn't really view her as like a daughter, right? And what came of that.
どうなんですか少し落ち着いていたような。吉田君と一緒にいてせいかな。吉田君は私になんでこんなに優しくしてくれるの他の研究員の噂話で同情してくれてるのかしら。それとも、あっちみたい。だけど、私は愛情を求める。誰でもいいわけじゃない。私は出会った時から吉田君好きだ。 なわけない。今、ただ寂しいだけだよね、そうくん。一人じゃ寂しいだけだよね。誰かさ、
Again, so we're kind of seeing the vulnerable emotional state that she's in, right? So,
安田くんが買ってくれた指輪。
oh my god.
言わないで。うん。私間違いはしないよ。私もまだ何の研究成果も出してないし。
That's why Lane can't find anything because you're not doing your fucking job.
そう。私はレイにバカなこと言
What
っ
was
て
the question?
あなたは誰？本当にレイにレイが表情に目を上に。私は、
You didn't see this one yet, I don't believe.
でも自分の頭で考える前に、もう自分の口が開いていた。いざ、あ、レイがくれてるだろうな。そうよ。最近私の夢の中のレイによく似た女の子のせいで、
Oh my god.
レイに、レイじゃん。
It's doppelganger Lane.
やっぱりもう一度、
It's the other Lane. And she's finally getting to her. Let's see.
おかしかったという
Oh my god, Takashima.
年も
Jesus.
いろいろあったし、
Dude, yeah, all of this is like it's been quite a long time. Like things have been going by. There's been lots of like big gaps in time with all of these. So again, I'll do this and then probably end it. I'm curious because it's what we went 127. I want to see how that'll work. But those are seemingly just with Toko and Kyoko, right? Yes, who knows there.
はじめまして。今日はごめんね。何でも頼んでいいのよ。レイと付き合い悪いからさ、あんまり誰と付き合っ
This
て
is
もいい
probably our
よ。
new friend. Oh no, Kiori is, but oh my god.
甘いんだ。このカフェ好きなんだ。いいですよ。何話せばいいの？そうね。学校ではどんな感じだとか、あなたから見てどういうか、いいですね。静かな子だけど、あんまり目立たないし、誰と仲いいわけでもないし、頭がいいみたい。作文でなんか褒められてたかな。なんか難しくて香りには分かんなかったけど。
Kiori. So just that's some random person, but this is likely her new friend. Ooh, yeah, another one. In kind of what we've seen and has been going off of there. I don't remember her name, but that's likely the case. And the interesting thing is, I feel like Toko isn't getting as much out of this one, like really not saying anything that she doesn't already know.
ね、すごく変だ。この子、なんかいいことも言ってないし。あ、そうだ、僕は休んでたな。体が弱いって京子とは誰か言ってた。私よりも京子の方があの子のことよく知ってるかもしれない。そこそこ可愛いんだけど、あんまり男の子と付き合ってるって言ってないな。そう。あ、あんまりいいこと言ってないな。ごめんなさい。いいのよ、全然。気にしないで。
Yeah, that's interesting because she got a bit out of the first one, but I don't think she's gained. Oh, we got 9. Let's do this one. Then we'll go into the lab and then Lane's log.
なんか問題あるようなふうには見えないんだけどね。でも問題なんてそんなこと全然ないよ。ただ、私の知らないあの子のことを知りたいって言って、すごくいい子だから、何かあっても心配かけないようになっちゃうタイプでしょ。そうね。そういうとこ素直じゃなさそう。あ、そうそう。ノートを借りたお礼に送るって言ったら断られたことがあったかな。ムカついたけどね。でも捨てられてたりってことないと思うよ。うちの学校って割と品がいいから。そうなの？こっちを見て言わないでよ。私だって学校では普通にしてるんだから。
Thing. So, but again, I feel like there's kind of a limit to how much, at least, and it'll be interesting to see how far these go, right? But I do feel as though there's a limit of what Toko you really get out of those, but I guess we'll see, Nearly halfway through Site B, so we'll just continue and carry on. Yeah, starting with this lab in the next one, right? Getting back into the labs, and we should start getting the movies soon, but that don't really have much else, so I can just end it here. But that I just again forgot I like to end it on this screen, but don't really have anything else to say. So yep. So for this one, see you in the next one.